What's up, fam? It's B-Dub here with another Monster Energy Supercross video. Today's video we're going to be going over my first tournament that I played in online. It's like a season, of course. First race is going to be in Anaheim 1. The race we're watching right now, I'm only going to show you a couple laps. And the reason why is just qualifying. We're just looking at who has the fastest time. We did do 2 practices before this, and I did take first in both practices. Obviously that doesn't mean a whole lot anyways, but it's more of just bragging rights as well as the qualifying. You don't get to pick your gate. There's no heat races. It's just 2 practices, a qualifying, and then a main event. Really what I'm using the qualifying for is just figuring out which lines I want to hit when we go to the main event. Also just kind of get the flow of the track. Anaheim 1's pretty interesting. This year it's this huge long bend right here that goes into a whoop section. I'm not a huge fan of. There's a lot of drifting. To me, I feel like if you're drifting that much, you're not playing Supercross. You may be playing another game, but it's all good. You'll see here once we get across a couple more turns and we go through the finish line, the timer will start. My fastest lap is actually my first lap. It's actually one of the best laps I've had on A1. You'll see there's a couple times like right here where I kind of drop in a little low getting into the whoop section. To me, that's a risky move because of how often a bike can wash out, especially in Supercross 6. And then going over the over-under, I was able to get on the backside fairly quickly. And then what I'm able to do is just get through the rhythm sections. This inside rhythm right there, to me, I think is a lot faster than going on the outside, as long as you can hit that first triple. Once you hit that first triple, you're able to kind of breeze through that rhythm section, as long as you're keeping the bike low, and then kind of getting into the flow of what that one has to offer. Going across this next corner, I know that you got to kind of keep it low. That way you can hit this triple onto the tabletop, and then the last triple diving into the inside lane, which again I think is faster. Getting on top of this tabletop here is really important, because then you can kind of seat bounce into the next double. And then of course the last part is hitting that triple and getting to the finish line. So you'll see here I get a 1 minute 2 seconds. It's fairly fast. You can see the other riders. The closest guy was, I believe, a 1.06. So getting into the main event, of course, it just happens to be I'm at the very end of the gate, even though I had the fastest time. To me, I wasn't too worried about it because I knew I just needed to slow down and then try to dive on the inside after the first corner, which thankfully works and no one, came across. Going over the over-under, I almost lose it right here. Thankfully, I was able to save it and then get out of there. And then going into this triple, there's a couple times where I accidentally cross-check or cross-jump a couple people. You'll see right there. Obviously, it wasn't too aggressive because not only did they not fall, but I didn't fall either. So I'm pretty thankful for that. But getting into the last corner here, before the long straight stretch or bend, if you will, the guy on the left side you'll see ends up sliding out. He almost hit me, which of course would have taken me out into the tough blocks. So for me here, my mentality is just hitting the lines that I had just hit in the qualifier, and I know that I should be in a decent spot towards the end of the race. I was kind of nervous about hitting the inside line right there just because I overjumped. Thankfully it worked. But looking behind me on the mini-map, I know that there are 2 guys, getting fairly close. But once we get into the first initial lap, me in the number 1 position, we battle pretty well. There's a couple times that he cross jumps me. There's a couple times I accidentally cross jump him. You'll see here his bike launches to the right and he hits the tough block. So for me, I knew I just needed to, stick with my rhythm sections that I'm comfortable with, stick with the lines that I know are fastest, and then stay up on 2 wheels. But as you guys are watching this video, I do want to let you know, if you are new to the channel, please make sure that you guys subscribe as well as hit the notification bell. That way you're notified of every time I post a new video. The likes and the comments that I'm receiving, like I've said before, I'm extremely grateful, for receiving those. You guys' support has been unbelievable. It's been a little over a week that I've posted my first Monster Energy Supercross video, and I've gotten a lot of support. In a little over a week, or about a week exactly, we hit a little over 1.2 thousand views, which to me is unbelievable. I did not think I was going to get 1,200 views in a week. So thank you guys very much for that, and thank you for your support and continuing watching my journey as I'm getting a little bit better at Monster Energy Supercross 6 online, as well as kind of what we're doing with talking about creating a tournament for our community, kind of building that up, starting a Discord, things like that. And then, like I also stated, I'll be giving out a gift card to either PlayStation or Xbox, or if you guys are wanting it on Steam, I can also do that as well. But just keep it competitive, of course, keeping it clean, and then building that community. That way, we got somebody to ride with, and we know that it's not going to be another Wreckfest video. But going through the first couple laps, you'll see hitting the lines okay. I obviously crashed back there a lap prior of this one, and then the guy that's in second place now passed me, but I was able to overtake the first place position. After this, I pretty much hold on to it. There's a couple times that it gets a little sketchy, but nothing too bad. And then you guys will see at the end something kind of cool does happen. But yeah, so like I also stated in the previous video, we are getting ready to go to Seattle to watch the Supercross race up there. I'm super stoked to be able to get the opportunity to take some time off of work and get up there and enjoy watching the race live. There's nothing like going to a live event. One thing that I remember going to, and when we were in Salt Lake City last year, was my first race, and after the first, I want to say it was the first full lap, maybe the second lap, for the 250 guys, the smell of the the race fuel that they use in their bikes, I've never smelt it before, and once we all kind of got the scent of that burning race fuel, you could see it hit the crowd, and just everyone look around and in awe. It's such a unique smell. Again, it may sound weird, but I'm telling you, if you've ever been to a race, you definitely can relate to what I'm saying. I remember talking with some coworkers about it, and everyone was kind of like, okay, like kind of weird, but it's definitely something that if you go, you understand exactly what I'm saying. It's just something completely different. So obviously looking forward to that. Looking forward to the Fan Fest, like I said before. We're gonna do the track walk, which is super exciting to be able to see the track up close and personal. I will take videos of that and then post that way you guys can see it and kind of go along with us on our journey up to Salt Lake City, up to Seattle, and see the track. But you'll see here 2 laps left here in the main event. I'm kind of feeling pretty comfortable. I know that the second place guy isn't too far, but I know he's far enough that if I do crash, I should be okay. There's a couple times I end up going short on a couple jumps, but with a 9-second lead, as long as I don't pull an AP, I should be just fine. But what I'm going to be doing, you guys, is I'm going to be doing tournament Tuesdays. So I race on Monday night, and then I'll edit the videos and then post those on Tuesday. You guys are getting this on Thursday just because of us getting prepared for Seattle. I wasn't really able to edit a whole lot this week. I'm going to be posting another video on Saturday. I'm going to be posting another video on Sunday. And then I'll be back in town, grinding it out and getting more clips for you guys. And then I'm assuming I should be posting again on Tuesday for Tournament Tuesdays. But if you guys could please comment, subscribe if you're not, as well as hit that like button. And if you guys are interested in seeing something, in particular, please let me know. Also, if you are interested in doing our tournament that I'd like to set up here in a couple weeks, make sure you drop a comment below. But you'll see right there, I'm able to get my first win online, my first tournament that I've played in. You'll see, I end up doing a pretty good, solid, best time. And then showing here, you'll be able to see, my wins as well as my total events complete. Appreciate you guys for watching. Take it easy, fam.